Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today we're going to be working towards a warrior two with our arms out and one leg out to one side. So we'll be lengthening and strengthening the arm lines as well as opening the hips and so on to ready ourselves for that pose. We also are drawing on Thoreau, Henry David Thoreau, and some of his insights from his 2 years when he lived on Walden Pond in Massachusetts, although he was near his community at the same time. But he tells us that we are profoundly part and parcel of nature. So that's our what we receive from him. Let's have a seat where we can do some breathing and arrive on the mat. Bringing all the attention to the breath, flowing in through the nostrils, throat, down into the bronchial tubes, swelling the lungs. Breathing out that dense air within, becoming the light air outside of us. Not so different. Coming into the sense of the trees and the leaves and us exchanging oxygen, carbon dioxide. Receiving that oxygen on the in-breath, sending it out to all the cells in the mitochondria, part of the chemical reaction that makes us alive. And the breathing out of the carbon and the oxygen coming together with other chemicals and the photons from the sun to make sugars that keep us alive. We are part and parcel of nature. Talk of mysteries, writes Thoreau. Think of our life in nature. Daily to be shown matter. To come in contact with matter. Rocks, trees, wind on our cheeks. The solid earth. The actual world. The common sense. Contact, contact. Who are we? Where are we? Two more breaths here. And bringing your arms by your sides, palms up. Bringing in all the energies of nature all around us in this vital time of spring, time of rebirth, slowly letting that energy come down through brain, eyes, ears, nose, throat, neck, heart and lungs, liver and stomach, kidneys, intestines, down through legs, into the earth. And one more time. The life force all around us, washing through us, joining with our own life force. And next time, turn the palms down as you come up with arms extended out in each direction, fingers out towards the walls on either side, feeling the length from the middle of the chest out through shoulders and elbows, wrists and fingers. Then pressing down as if you were pressing the floor down, although you're not moving your arms, extended and contracted at the same time, an isometric. and turning the palms up, pressing up towards the ceiling as if you were going to press the ceiling up. And then letting that go a bit and continuing up, letting fingers touch. Palms stay up as you come down to shoulder level, turn palms down and come down to the earth. And one more time, palms down, up to shoulder level, shoulders relaxed, down, that is shoulder blades down towards the waist, and then a little flat, just a half an inch, down and up, down and up. And pausing, turning the palms up, and then a little flat, up and down, up and down, up and down. And inhale up, touch, palms up to shoulder level, turn, and come down. And one last time, palms down, stretching out through the little finger, feeling the relationship of the little finger up through the triceps and across the shoulders. This time, pushing up towards the ceiling, turning on those muscles, engaging them. Then turning palms up, stretching out through the thumbs, feeling the connection between thumbs and biceps and mid to lower back muscles. This time, pushing down as if you were going to push the floor down, feeling those muscles engage, relaxing, and finishing at coming up and coming down, flipping, and coming down all the way. Plant one hand behind you, beside you, other hand comes up and over. Moving simply to feel the opening under the armpit, down across the ribs, side of the waist, the hips. We are also matter, experiencing the matterness of us, along with the rocks and the trees. And coming back through center, bring the arms out once again, and we're going to twist around from the waist up, coming into that miracle of the spine, all those little vertebrae articulating with each other, warming up the synovial fluid and the little facet joints in between the vertebrae. Then coming back through center, let one hand come down on the opposite thigh and turn to that side. Just a simple twist. Come forward on your sits bones just slightly, keeping length in the spine. And lifting arms, swiveling around and coming around to the other side. Again, forward a bit and long through the spine. And breathing. And coming back through center. Open up the arms, allowing shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers to be fairly loose. Shoulder blades squeezing together a bit, and then letting sides of arms and fingers come together with the chin coming down to the chest. Opening the front of the spine, opening the back of the spine. One more time in each direction. Hands come to the thighs. Eyes look out towards the horizon, and then follow that horizon around to the side with the chin coming towards the shoulder. Just pause there a moment. This is our move in Warrior Two, to look out over the fingers, then come back through center and around to the other side. One more more time to each side. Perhaps thinking of looking out from behind the eyes. Coming back through center, this time stretch out the arm in this little bit of warrior two, looking out over the fingers towards the horizon. Coming around through center, out to the other side, looking out. Can you come behind the eyes? And one last time on each side. Shoulder blades, bottom tips of the shoulder blades, down towards the waist, space between ears and shoulders, eyes alert and yet relaxed around the eye itself. And bring it back. Extend the legs out in front of you. Feet are a little bit apart. And we're going to do wrists and ankles at the same time. So toes and fingers all towards the ceiling, and then coming forward and up and forward and up. Ankles and wrists just yearning to move together. Enjoy this. 3, 2, and 1. Then moving them just a little bit side to side as thumbs and big toes come in, and then pinkies and little fingers go out. Back and forth. We can go a little farther with our hands, certainly, than our feet, especially. Our thumbs really come around, don't they? 2, and 1. Then we're going to circle our wrists and then let the ankles come with them, as if your fingers and wrists were conducting, like an orchestra, the feet to go round and round. 2, and 1. Then pause and start the other direction with your feet and let them be the conductors as they lead your fingers and wrists to come around in that opposite direction. 2, and 1. Then bringing the legs close together, bend the knees a little bit and bring the hands back behind the thighs, just above the knees. Become long through the spine, tuck down a little bit through the front ribs and the back of the shoulder blades, and then coming forward with the chest towards the toes, just as far as feels good for you. Coming back up one more time, feeling that all the way down into the sacrum to the tailbone. Then let the knees come down. There can still be softness there for sure. We want that as a escape point for the ligaments back there. Bring cactus arms and bring the chest once again towards the toes. Inhale and exhale forward 2-3 inches. Inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up. Stay here or take whatever shape you'd like to. Suggestion to bring arms up overhead and bring the arms down forward strong through the belly, reaching forward with the fingers towards the toes or even over the toes and coming back up. Stay strong here through belly, giving good support for the spine. And come back up. Cross the right leg over the left leg, just ankle over ankle, or maybe you bend the knee, whatever works for you and is comfortable. That same arm comes across the body and the hand goes around the shoulder with the other hand on the elbow, just to give some stretch into that shoulder. Unwind. Other leg crosses over an ankle, or perhaps the knee bends and that foot comes towards the body a bit more. That arm comes across the shoulder and give some stretch to that shoulder. Take a breath. Release. Bring the soles together. Your legs might be in a diamond shape with hands on shins or ankles, and this might be where you stay. Or you might bring the heels a little closer to the groin. Find your version of Baddha Konasana here. If they come closer, your hands might be around the toes. You might be pushing the feet together so that the knees come a little bit farther down. Then engaging through the abdominal muscles, kind of pulling them up at the same time, feeling the tailbone going down towards the earth. Some uprightness through the spine, little tuck in the chin, long in the back of the neck. And then if you'd like to, pull and come forward just an inch or two. And back up. And one more time. Using each of these as best suits the body you inhabit. Now we're going to come to cow legs. Many options here. You can keep both legs out straight, and that's fine. You might just bend one up and over, one extended, one up and over. Or you might bring that bottom leg bent as well, and both legs are bent up and somehow folded over each other. But no need to come to the ultimate cow legs. Just do what is right for hips and knees and so on. Whatever is your top leg here, bring your other arm up and back to the same shoulder. Opposite arm comes out to the side, comes back behind the waist, palm out to the back, and then the fingers might crawl up the back as the other fingers crawl down, and they might just wave to each other. On this side, I'm just waving. Again, a little coming forward on the sits bones long through the spine. Feeling that not only in the shoulders, which get a nice internal and external rotation, but through the hips, maybe through the glutes. Where do you feel it? Not so much judging, but just using it as a way to get to know the body. And release. And find your cow legs on the other side. Again, you might just have both out, one up and bent, or both bent. Just play around with it, see what works for you. Opposite arm of the top leg comes up and back on the same shoulder. Other arm comes out to the side and back behind. Fingers might yearn towards each other. How are the sides different? Bringing some length through the spine, settling down through the sits bones, a little tuck in the chin, long up through the back of the crown, and a breath. Release and unwind. Bring the feet wide in front of you. Hands are back behind, resting on the heels of the hands so there's support for the shoulders as the knees windshield wiper from side to side. Just opening up through the hips. Really letting the lumbar spine move together here. Hips moving from side to side. And then coming around so that the fingers point back towards the corner of the room, and then around the other side. I'm just enjoying the momentum of that twist coming up through the whole body. We get to enjoy being matter, a certain version of matter in this world, along with all the other matter. I'm enjoying this too much. Okay, coming around next time. Come down. Let yourself come down how it's comfortable. You might come completely down with head on the back of your hands, or you might hold yourself up with your hands or shins, finding whatever twist is comfortable here on the floor, and coming back into the breath and its connection with the trees, with the leaves, the shrubs, powering the world, being breathed. And then pushing up and coming around to the opposite side. Inhale back up. Remove any props that are underneath you. We'll come into a lying position next. Let's start with some leg extensions. Bring the knees bent above the hips. Hands are giving support to the head as head and shoulders rise. One leg out, one knee in. Feeling the call to action in the abdominals and the pelvic floor. Option to bring elbow to opposite knee. Then letting the feet come down and bring the head down for a moment. Give a little rub underneath the occipital ridge there, the bottom of the skull. Then head and shoulders rise once again. Arms come down along the sides. Palms are down. Let the palm float down along the mat to the side of the foot, and then same on the other side. So the shoulders are kind of arcing above as the hands reach down towards the heel or side of the foot, sliding along the mat. And this is for the transverse abdominis that comes from the spine, wraps around the bottom of the abdomen, the center of the front. And bring it back. Again, maybe you'd get a little rub back there behind your neck. Let the jaw relax. Maybe open the jaw and close it. Let the face move all around. Now we're going to let the left leg extend. The right leg comes up towards the ceiling. Open that right leg out to the right. Opening the hip, giving the thigh some support with your right hand. Inviting that hip just to open within the range of motion. Then lifting it back up to center, across the midline just slightly. Perhaps the sole of the foot goes towards the opposite wall. Feeling IT band down along the shin, the ankle. What's that feel like? Then opening out once again. Pausing out to the side. Very gradual growth coming to center, cross midline a bit. Very gradual increase in the opening here over months and over years. Not something to be done suddenly. Then hug that knee in towards the chest. Extend down through the heel of the extended leg. Bring the knee over towards the armpit. Let the foot come up. And we're into half a happy baby here. So push up with that foot. Then bring that leg extended down, other leg comes up. Let that left leg come out to the left, giving it some support with your hand. Then coming across the center, across the midline slightly, sole of the foot over towards the other wall. Your head can be back. I'm keeping mine up a little bit because of acid reflux. And then opening up once again to the side. And coming across the middle. Giving that knee a hug. Bringing it over to the armpit. Foot comes up. And press up through the foot, opening up in the back of the leg. Then let's bring the other foot up to join it. So both legs are in happy baby. And you might be stretching up on each side, or you might be swaying back and forth across the sacrum, which is a nice feeling, just giving yourself a little lullaby. Now keep the knees bent, arms come out in a T. And we're going to push down with our palms down towards the earth, pushing down across that arm line, and feel the little finger up through the triceps, up through the shoulders, the muscles in the back. Maybe lift and down and up just a little bit, so you can feel those muscles there in the back that are being affected by the movement of the arm lines. Then turn the palms up, reach out through the thumbs, feel their effect on the biceps as you push down towards the earth with the back of the hands. Biceps engage, and then feel some engagement down into the mid and lower back. And again, a little flap there. And bring it in. One arm up on one side, one arm down on the other, and then switching. So vertical with the body here, parallel, arms coming up and down, alternately back and forth. Then both hands come down, come over on your side, and we'll come into tabletop position. Hands are under the shoulders and knees are under the hips. Just about 3 cat-cows here, becoming long from the pubic bone up through the collarbone, and then lifting up with the muscles on the sides of the waist as you arch up through the back, stretching out through the front, taking it slow, letting the spine luxuriate in this opening that you're inviting it to. Then bringing the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, let the hips come back to one side of the heels, across the heels to the other side and forward. 3 more raindrops here. And then round the opposite direction. One last time. Then we're going to come back onto our knees, so up on our knees. We're going to be coming prone next. If you need to be upstanding, you can be for this, but we are going to go prone next. We're going to do a warrior 2 arm, bringing the left arm or right arm, doesn't really matter, up and looking out over it. And then turning the head, bringing the other arm out and looking out over it. And then letting that be a little more rapid, getting some momentum as one arm rises and the head goes back and forth. And bring it down. And sliding forward into Sphinx pose. Feeling the hips wiggle around, the pubic bone finding a good place to come down, stretching long across the fronts of the legs and the fronts of the feet, shoulder blades coming down towards the waist. Feeling probably the bottom of the ribs just slightly elevated above the mat, and gaze is just in front of the mat. A little pull back through the fingers, back to the elbows. And take 2 breaths here. A little carbon dioxide for the trees, a little oxygen for you. Then let the chest come down, arms come so that the hands are under the shoulders and elbows are bent along the side of the body. Press into the tops of the feet, engage through the legs and the hips, and lift head and shoulders. Just lift as much of the rib cage as you can at this point. As you do this, you'll be able to lift a little bit farther. So I'm not pushing into my hands, I'm just using the muscles along the back of the body. And then lift the hands, bring them out, fingers are pointing backwards, palms are outward, thumbs are up. Keeping that engagement through the legs, through the glutes, and up through the spinae rectae, the big muscles on either side of the spine. And bring it down. Push up. Bring hands wide. Hips are up and chest comes in the direction of the mat. A nice puppy pose. Stretch back and enjoy. Then bringing the hands parallel with the shoulders and just in front of the shoulders, tucking the toes, letting the weight come into the hands. We're coming into downward dog, but not quite yet. Middle fingers are up towards the front of the mat. A little weight over in the pinky side of the palm and the pinky side of the wrist. That takes a little weight off of that carpal tunnel area. Press into the feet and come up with the hips. Knees are quite soft. Spine is very long. Shoulder blades are coming to the edges of the body, reaching back through the hips. And paddling the legs a little bit. Bring the left foot under the center of the hips. Right foot comes up. Press into the hands, become long up through the whole body and leg. Then you can come down on your knees and into knee down lunge, or you can bring your knee under the belly and come through for a downward dog. Sorry, for a knee down lunge. So we're coming into knee down lunge. The front knee is over the ankle. The back hip is over the knee. Think about the thighs pulling back towards the hips becoming horizontal. So you've got some good balance and strength here. Bring both the hands to the top of the knee and then come forward, giving a nice stretch to that back leg and back up and forward and back up. One more time. Arms come wide. Fingers are straight out towards the walls at first, and then palms turn towards the walls. So my hands are out with palms turned toward the walls on either side. Then my right arm is going to come down as my left arm rises, and my arms become diagonal, and my gaze goes towards that right arm. So this is the top of the retreating warrior pose. And then coming back up. Let the arms be parallel to the floor, fingers out to the walls, gaze forward, flap a little bit downwards with palms down, flap, flap, flap. Just a few inches, an inch probably, and then palms up, flap, flap, flap. Lifting up and down a little bit. Then come overhead, interlace the fingers, press up towards the ceiling, and bring the hands down around that foot in the front, tuck the toe in the back, and come back up into downward dog once again. Come back into that position of long arms and long spine. Let the shoulder blades extend out towards the sides. Paddle the legs a bit. Then centering the right foot, bring the left foot up behind, press into the hands, become long. Come down onto your knees if you like, or bring the knee underneath and come into knee down lunge on this side. Once again, arrange the body so front knee is over front ankle, back hip is over back knee, and the foot can be, you could tuck your toes or keep the top of the foot down. Either way is fine. Hands come to the knee and we come forward, giving that back leg a stretch and back, stretch and back, stretch and back. Draw the thighs in towards the hips. Hips are horizontal. Arms come out to the side, fingers pointing out to the walls. Then we turn the hands so that the palms are towards the wall. There's usually some tingling along the arms at this point. Now the left arm comes down, the right arm comes up into a diagonal, and the gaze is down towards the left. The retreating warrior pose. Then let the arms come parallel to the floor, fingers again out to the walls on either side. Gaze is forward, flap down and up with the palms down, exercising those arm lines, and then palms up and lift and down, just a very slight flap with the arms. Bring the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, stretch up, and then bring them down on either side of the hand. One last downward dog. Then come down onto your knees. And we're going to come into gate pose. So one leg comes out and you're on your knee, which again is right under that hip. The bottom hand along the extended leg is turned up and the other hand comes up and over. Side bend here, very much like the side angle that we'll be doing as part of the Warrior Two complex. And then instead of coming over like we often do, we're going to bring this top hand back behind the waist, and the hand that was on the extended leg is going to come up into stargazing warrior, reaching up towards the clouds, what we see as the blue sky, towards the stars. And then once again, over. Back hand comes back behind the waist, other one reaches up towards that matter in the sky. Light and dark. One last time. Relax down through the shoulder blade, particularly on the, for me it's the left side. And bring it down. And then coming back onto your knees once again, and we'll do it on the other side. I keep my toes up, but you could also have your foot down with toes forward in gate pose. Bottom hand along the extended leg, palm is up, other hand comes up and over. Then coming back, bring the back hand back behind the waist, other arm reaches up, fingers yearning up towards the sky. Feel the length between the knee and the foot and up through that, those fingers up through the shoulder, through the whole trunk of the body. And once again, over, opening up along the side of the thigh now. And opening up to the stars. One last time. Let those hands come down. Bring your hands down. Bring the knees back. Shift your weight onto the tucked toes and knees. Let the fingers or hands give you support as you come back onto the balls of your feet. Bring your hands back, press into fingers, palms, lift the hips. Hips come up. Bring the hands to the shins, press into the shins. Feet are right under the hips now. Feel the length from the bottom of the spine up through the crown. Then bending the knees, let the belly come to the thighs, arms come wide. Chest and gaze are forward as you rise up. Hands come up overhead, forward fold. Hands come to the shins, press into the shins. Feel the long spine from tailbone all the way up to the bottom of the skull and into the skull. Bend the knees, arms wide, chest and gaze forward as you rise up and come in to mountain pose. Feel the solid earth beneath your feet. Be here in the actual world of matter. Bring the hands back behind the sacrum with fingers down. Squeeze shoulder blades together and open from pubic bone up through the collarbone. Bend the knees, cross the arms, fountain up, out and down. And one more time, glutes squeeze together as shoulder blades squeeze together. And then coming back from the back bend, crossing the arms, reaching up and around. Then bending the knees, arms out in front, coming into a brief chair pose. Inhale up, arms forward, hips back. Inhale up, arms forward, hips back. And bring it up with hands to the sides. Come into your mountain pose once again. Bring the left hand back behind the waist. Turn the right foot and knee and reach out, just as if you were coming into the warrior two. So we're giving some strength to the core of the body by having that hand back behind and answering back with the core muscles of the back and the front. Bring it back, and then once again, reaching out just as much as is right for you. It might be a short step or a longer step. And one last time, reaching out, being aware of that core strength and coming back. Then bring the right hand behind the waist. Left foot turns and comes forward. Answer with the core muscles here as that back of the hand presses against the back of the waist. Forward, well, to the side, and back, and to the side, and back. Now we'll come into side angle legs a bit. Once again, bringing the weight into the left foot. Right foot comes to the side. Forearm comes to the thigh, and we're allowing that natural curve of the spine to come. Once again, bring that back arm behind the hand, behind the waist. Press into the waist and engage. We're feeling the stretch and the engagement through the sides of the body, and we're feeling engagement through both the back and front core here. Keep that engagement as we rise up and come back. Now the right hand comes behind the waist, left foot out to the side. Bend that knee as the forearm comes down onto it. The forearm can always be up here a little bit more towards the hip crease. So if you don't want to come over quite so far, that's fine. Again, bring your attention to the core, the strength through the front and back of that core of the body. The back hand behind the waist, giving a little bit of challenge to that. And then keeping that core strength and coming back up. Now let's come into a full warrior two. So getting your warrior two legs here. Back foot comes back a little bit and is at about 30 degrees. Front foot forward with the toes forward. That front knee is over the ankle. Both feet feel the earth. That solid earth. Feeling the support, feeling the gravity. Really plugged in. Strength up through the arches and the inner thighs. And then letting the body be quite light. You're well grounded, and the arms can just kind of float up with some looseness in the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists. And you might make that more tense or not, according to what kind of warrior two you want. You might have quite soft arms. Flip the palms up for just a minute. That allows the shoulder blades to come down towards the waist, and then leaving them there, just flip them back so that palms are down. The gaze is over the front fingers. And take a moment to relax down through the feet, through jaw, through belly, depending on the strength of connective tissue and muscles to hold you, the earth to hold you. Then bending that front arm, bring it down to any point on the thigh, closer or farther away between the hip joint and the knee. Then that other arm can again come back behind the waist, and this might be your side angle, or it might come up, it might come over. So lots of options here. If you come over, feel the length between the outer sole of the foot. I feel it particularly through the hip and along the side of the glute and the waist, and then stretching up through the arm to the fingertips. Then sweep that arm back, comes back to the back thigh, other arm reaches up. Let it be like an octopus tentacle reaching up to the stars. And notice one shoulder blade is coming out and up to reach up to the stars, and the other shoulder blade is coming in towards the spine. And then bringing it back down to side angle, your version. And sweeping back. This backhand can also come behind the waist again if you want that support. A little tentacle flexibility here to that top arm, to the twinkling stars, and one last time over. And back up into stargazing warrior. Coming back into warrior two, stretching out through the fingertips, looking from behind the eyes for a moment. Then bringing the hands in towards the waist, turn the toes and toe heel the feet back in part way. And then we're going to bring arms out parallel. Bring one hand to the opposite thigh or shin and lift up on the other side. A little twist up. Then coming across, fingers dangling down. Other hand comes to the opposite thigh or shin and reach up on that side. Then opening out in the center, hands come to the hips, strong through the belly, bring yourself back up. And we'll come to warrior two on the other side. So finding your warrior two legs and recalling that if that back foot being at the same level as the front foot bothers your hip in the back, bring that back foot forward a little bit. It's fine to modify as you need to. Bringing some uprightness to the body, feeling the plugging in of the feet into the earth, feeling the strength coming up through the legs into the belly, feeling the lightness then that can happen up through heart, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers, turning the neck soft and flexible, head bobbleacious as it looks out over the landscape. One last breath here. Bending the front arm, bringing it down onto the thigh at any point. Other arm either comes behind the waist, reaches up or over. feeling whatever version of side angle you are in, feeling feet and legs and hips and trunk, the sides of the body, the shoulder blades, the heart. Sweeping back with that back arm and up the front arm, your octopus tentacle reaching up towards the stars. Hand again could be back behind the waist if you wish. Coming back to side angle. Engaging, especially in the lower half of the body, and lightening in the top of the body, top half. And sweeping back, lightness up to light. Back through the side angle. And one last stargazing warrior. Open to the sky, the vast sky. Coming back through warrior two. Reaching from the heart out through elbows, sharing energy out through the world, out through the gaze of the eyes, and the openness of the heart and belly. We'll let hands come down. Hands come to hip creases, toe heel together part way. Then we're going to bring the weight into the back foot and take a step forward with the front foot. And the front toes are over towards the corner of the room slightly. And imagine that you are in your favorite piece of water, creek, river, stream, ocean, or perhaps you're in Walden Pond. And you come around skimming the surface of the water. Weight comes into the front foot, palms turn up, soft fists as you pull back. Weight comes back into the back foot, around the belt line. And then palms turn down, weight comes forward as you skim the water forward. Palms are up, fingers soft as you come back, and weight comes back. Letting the breath synchronize with the movement. Coming into communion with the water, with the ripples of the wind across the water. With the warmth of the sun on the water. And one last time. Bring that foot in, and the other foot becomes the front foot out towards the corner. Weight comes back. Hands come around the waist. Palms turned down. Skim the water. Soft fists upwards. Weight comes back. Around. Let face, cheeks, jaw be soft. Let the breathing soften. Let the belly be warm. Let the earth and the water receive the weight of your matter and help you float. One last time. And bring it back. We'll come down in a lying position for just a few moments here to relax, become soft, just to be at ease. Perhaps you'll lie here just breathing. Or perhaps you'll move around in some way that the body is asking for. I'm going to come into a figure 4, but find your own yearning of the body and follow it, please. If you're in a figure 4, try the other side. And then settling down for just a few breaths before we end here. Feeling the solid earth beneath you. Feeling the part and parcel of nature that we are. The communion with the leaves. New and miraculously just knowing how to photosynthesize. How to be part of the exchange with our bodies. And lots of other bodies in the world. The actual world, the common sense. Contact, contact. Who are we? Where are we? We are right here. Namaste.
Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome. Have a good weekend, everybody.